It was a dark and stormy night. Or it might have been, for all the light getting into the office. I was 3 floors up, and the only hint of an outside world came from a skylight overshadowed on 2 sides by newer, taller buildings that blocked out 99% of whatever vague sunlight was managing to break through the otherwise solid grey of a Belfast spring afternoon. Somewhere in the far distance, there were bagpipes, rehearsing for marching season, and pneumatic drills, tearing up footpaths, providing ammunition for marching season. We had moved on, and then put it all into reverse. It was like married life. We never knew if we were coming or going. I had a nice desk, a laptop, a lamp, a phone, and a family bag of Smarties. I was sorted for ease. I was trying to remember the last time the phone had rang, or should it be rung, when the intercom buzzer sounded and a garbled voice said, "Starkey, can I come up?" In a better, more prosperous world, I might have had a security camera to tell me who it was, but as it was, I had to rely on my investigative skills to find out. "Who are you, and what do you want?" There was an audible sigh. "It's Jack Caramac." "Jack Caramac, off the radio?" "Yes." "Do you have an appointment?" "Yes." "Just let me check." I drummed my fingers on the desk. After a couple of months, I said, "Jack Caramac, is it?" "Yes." "Is it raining out there?" "Yes." "Do you have an umbrella?" "No." I said, "Jack Caramac, Jack Caramac, Jack Caramac. Oh, yes, Jack Caramac. Your appointment is for 3:15. "Yes." "It's only 3:10. Let me up, Starkey, you bollocks, or I'll take my business elsewhere." "Smoothie," I said, and pressed the buzzer. Jack Caramac, not his real name incidentally in case you're a moron, had, as they say, a good face for radio. If you took a bag of Cumber spuds and sucked the goodness out of them and refilled them with polyfiller so tight that it leaked out of their pores, then you'd have an idea of Jack's complexion. I have no idea if potatoes have pores, but that's neither here nor over there, where a man who ran naturally to fat but who felt compelled by his listeners to try every diet under the sun was squeezing through my door. He ballooned, he deflated. He ballooned, he deflated. His skin now had the elasticity of bamboo. As he lumbered into the office, it was clear that he had recently hit the wall on his latest attempt. As he shook my hand and smiled, there was evidence of crunchy between 3 of his capped front teeth. He sat and said, "Jesus, get a lift. I'm all out of puff." "Exactly why I have stairs," I said. "It sorts the wheat from the chavs." He had on a black sports jacket, black trousers, a black shirt open at the neck. It all looked designer expensive. But it was a bit pointless. People would just say he was a well-dressed, fat bloke. He looked around very briefly and said, "What a dive! I can't believe you have an office above a butcher's shop." I shrugged. "It's cheap, and the sausages are amazing." He looked at me. "Same old Dan," he said. "Same old Jack," I said. I'd known Jack Caramac for 20 years, in fact, since before he was Jack Caramac. He was a journalist once. So was I. I'd covered hard news and tough stories, and put the boot in often, but always with a smile. I'd also been a columnist, which had brought me a certain amount of fame and infamy. In some ways, I was the print equivalent of what Jack had decided was the better career for him. For the past 15, he had hosted a call-in show on Cityscape FM, Belfast's most popular commercial radio station. But there was a crucial difference. My journalism was never about me. Jack's show was all about him, and exploiting the misery or mental imbalance of others. By and large, the kind of people who phone radio shows are the last people in the world you'd want to spend any time with. They are the loudmouths, the bigoted, the numbskulls and the egotists. They are the moaners, the blinkered and the self-righteous. They are the religious maniacs, the cynics, the warmongers and the apologists. They are also usually more to be pitied than scorned. It was not an accusation you could place at the large feet of Jack.